My 8:30 dog is here, and she is a 10-month-old Doodle. If you don't know what a Doodle is, it's a poodle mix. If this is your first time here, I am a dog groomer, and I make dog grooming videos. And I'll show you how I groom her from the beginning to the end. I usually start the grooming with shampoo and conditioner. Then they will get blow dried, and I will start their haircut. Unless, of course, they're matted, they'll get shaved first, then a bath, then shaved again. But she comes every 6 to 8 weeks, so her hair is in pretty good shape. And she is also going to be, besides a YouTube star today, she's going to be a TikTok star. So we got to get lots of cute videos. So what I like to do is blow dry them for a few minutes while they're in the tub, just to get a lot of that water off. Then I'll clean up my mess in the tub, give us a little break, and I'll finish drying her on the grooming table. As you can see, this is her 4th grooming, and she's a really good dog. Her brother gets groomed here too, and she also has a roommate at home. She lives with a golden retriever, and his name is T-Bone, and I have made videos with him many times. I mean, they're both great dogs, but T-Bone, he's definitely a favorite. Like a lot of Doodle owners, his owner really likes the long hair, but like a lot of Doodle owners, they come to realize it is too hard to take care of. So we take it kind of short. I mean, to a groomer, this is actually long. This is a 0-comb attachment. But to your average person that doesn't know about grooming, they think this is a short haircut. This hair mats very easily, and since she's 10 months old, it's changing over from puppy hair to adult hair, which is a totally different coat. So, but it was in pretty good shape today. Her feet were a little matted. I had to brush out her feet, but she's doing pretty good so far on the mats. She had a couple little mats behind the elbow here, but it brushed out pretty easy. I'm using a mat splitter to cut through the mats. It's like little razors, and it cuts through. Sorry. One thing that happens in the wintertime if you let your dog's hair grow too long is when it snows, they end up with clumps of snow in their fur, especially under their arms and on their legs, and that cannot feel too good. I think her legs were at the point, just barely starting to mat, and I think she got here just in time because it brushed out really easy. Now, if you know anything about poodles, poodles grow hair everywhere. Inside the pads of their feet, between the toes, their poo-poo area, inside their ears, under their arms, everything grows long hair. So, we are shaving the pads of her feet out with a 40 blade because also the snow can get clumped up in the pads of their feet too. And that is very cold. Shaving her out a potty path so it stays clean back here where she goes to the bathroom. These are high maintenance dogs. Actually, I would say any poodle or poodle mix is high maintenance. I'm using the mat splitter again to cut through any tangles that are in her hair. But like I said, it's in pretty good shape back here. A lot of times their tails get really matted just because they're sitting on them all the time. And, well, nobody's brushing them. If you enjoy watching dog grooming videos, consider subscribing to the channel and giving this video a thumbs up and leaving a nice comment down below. Oh yeah, in case you were wondering, her name is Tully. And by the way, you know what I always wonder? Do you guys think that Tully even knows she's getting a haircut? Like, do you think that she knows that her hair grows and that I'm cutting it off and that it keeps growing back? I mean, what does she think I'm doing? Or does she just let me do it and she has no idea what's going on? Honestly, I think she lets me do it and has no idea what's going on. I mean, she might have a little bit of a concept that I'm doing something to her, but what do you guys think? I mean, she lets me do it. Or maybe she's just too scared to move. Or maybe she knows that I'm messing with her hair and that I'm doing something nice. I don't know. One thing that I learned to do, which I never used to do, till probably about after 10 years of grooming, somebody showed me this little trick. After I shave around the tail, her poo-poo area, I come back and I blend it in. Well, I used to leave it kind of puffy. Now I go to the base of the tail and I take my clipper blade and I blend in the top of her tail so it's not too puffy, right here like this. And also right there at the base of her tail where I shaved about an inch of it, I just go back and I scissor around it. That makes a huge difference in how blended it is. It looks better. I'm pretty much done with her body. I'm working my way around to her face and head, and I'm just going to brush her head out and scissor it up. And I'm going to trim her bangs so she can see again. Poodles grow hair in their ears, and she's a poodle mix. So see all this hair in her ears? It grows inside. Now I'm not talking about the hair outside. This hair is coming from the inside, so that needs to be pulled out. And look at it after I cleaned it all out. It's nice and clean in there. That's what you want. That way the ears don't trap moisture inside and they can get ear infections and stuff. So got to keep that hair cleaned out. There are actually some vets now saying that you should not pull the hair out of dogs' ears. Not all dogs have hair in their ears, just some of them, like poodle mixes. And I still do it. I mean, if an owner comes in and they say don't pull the hair out, sure, I won't pull it out. But if it was my dog, I mean, it only makes sense to pull that hair out. Some people say that it's irritating and does more harm than good. I guess it's individual. It depends on the dog, but I do it unless someone tells me not to do it. Y'all, these are my favorite scissors. These are my curved scissors, and if you want a nice round head, beard, and ears, you need to get yourself some curved scissors. When I first started grooming, we didn't have curved scissors. I mean, I guess they made them, but nobody used them where I worked. And they are great. I love them. The rounder, the better. I mean, the rounder, the better for the beard, not for the scissors. They don't need to be that round. But when I come around to the trimming under the beard, I switch to my straight scissors, because if not, you're going to take a chunk out of the side of the face. So it just depends on what you're cutting. It's what you use. Like trimming the legs, I always like the straight scissors. And right here again, you can see I'm using the curved scissors for the side of her face. And just so you know, guys, she is not hot. It is not hot in here. It's like 15 degrees outside at the end of January. And this heat sucks in my groom shop, and it is not that warm. She's just nervous. All right, she is finally done. Let me tell you, this dog took me forever. I don't know if it's me. I think it's just Doodles in general. They're always a big job. I'm going to spray her down with a little bit of conditioning spray and wipe off all those loose hairs. And I'm going to get a little bit of water and wipe out the corners of her eyes. And a sad little story about this dog. I don't get to dress her up. Normally, I love to make the dogs bandana, a handmade bandana with a cute little saying on them at the end of their grooming if they get their bandana, but her mother does not like them. So she will be going home naked.